was still in my PJs, Fenton stood carefully outside the door. He lingered just long enough to tell me that he'd managed to sell my old smartphone for an obscene amount to some fascinated science kook in London. It was far more than I ever would have earned in prizes, he said. More than enough for my needs. I think perhaps you are very proud, Samantha, but I beg you to take this, along with my deepest thanks. He held out a leather pouch that clinked softly when I accepted it. You know I don't know what this is worth, I told him. It's enough to purchase some clothing of your own, to pay for your share of the meals and carriages until the wedding, and for several months of your lodging with my sisters and mother. It will tide you over comfortably. I could give you more, if you desire. But this is enough. As soon as I start teaching, I'll be self-sufficient. It was your little device, after all. It was a gift, Fenton. Shut up and accept it. He dimpled at me. I do so enjoy your turns of phrase. I snorted. Right. Now, get out. I'm practically naked. Lucky, then, that I have managed to winkle a spare dress out of Miss Gale's lady's maid, Daisy said, appearing over Fenton's shoulder. You are dismissed, little bird. Aye, aye, Commodore, Fenton said, tossing off a rigid salute and marching away like a toy soldier. Our room is turned into a town square. I stepped aside so Daisy could come in. Feels like everybody's dropped by today. Nearly everyone, Daisy said. The linen draper has arrived and is downstairs. I could invite him up if you like. Yeah, I'll pass, I said, as I skimmed out of my dressing gown. What is a linen draper? Daisy gave me another of those pinning me to a corkboard looks before shaking her head a little in disbelief. A seller of cloth. Here is a chemise for you. Quick now, turn, and I shall tie off your stays and dress. As she did, she lingered at the nape of my neck, the soft skin inside my elbow, the vulnerable tops of my feet as she checked the length. I tensed to suppress a shiver. She didn't mean it like that, no matter how much I wanted her to mean it like that. Are you much recovered from your queer turn? At some point, I was going to have to stop finding people using the word queer that way funny. Today was not that day, though, and I snorted. Taking it to mean something deeper, Daisy gave the ties at the back of my dress one final tug and stepped away. When I turned to face her, she was staring out the window, stiff-backed and pouting. Daisy? Are you okay? Have I done something amiss? What? Daisy gestured at her writing desk, which she had closed up into a case and tucked beside her trunk. You have spent all morning behaving oddly around me, and I suspect it is due to that. No, I said. I mean, yes, but no, there's nothing wrong. She whirled to face me, fists clenched and fire in her eyes. Then what, pray tell me, do you find so distasteful? You call my writing good, and yet you are overcome with nerves from just a few paragraphs. I know it is not a ladylike pastime, and you say that you eschew such rigid roles in society, yet you behave as if my hobby offends you. You call me friend, but share secrets with my brother that you will not disclose to me. You find my proximity uncomfortable. You shrink from my touch. You disdain to share a bed with me, sleeping all the way against the wall or on the furthest edge. Yet you stare at me when I speak, as if I am a greater orator than any yet who'd lived. You bewilder me, Samantha Franklin. I confused her? Ha! Daisy, honestly, I don't know how to explain it. Please, try, Daisy begged, and the way she said it curled around my heart like a lover's fingers. I do not know what I want, only that I cannot bear to lose your regard over my scribbling. I swear you haven't, I promised. I held out my hands and she gripped them immediately. It's amazing what you do. I know how fiercely you have to carve out and defend your time, your right to do it, and I think it's incredible. Then why do you recoil? Because Because... Oh, fuck. I was going to do it. I was going to kiss her. I slid my hands up her arms, cupped her shoulders, rolled up onto my tiptoes. Daisy's mouth parted in confusion, then in surprise as I leaned closer and tilted my head, then in anticipation as she understood what I meant to do. Her tongue was a pink, wet flash against her bottom lip, her spun gold lashes fluttering as we— "Daisy!" Marigold called from the hall, harsh and sudden. We startled apart. "Hasten yourself!" Marigold added when Daisy's only reply was a grumble. "Miss Eliza seeks your opinion on the twill stuff." I threw back my head and laughed because, of course, Daisy's annoyance broke like a wave upon the shore. She huffed a chuckle more amused with my amusement than the interruption, but made for the door. Okay. So we weren't talking about it. Cool. Cool. Yeah. I could do not talking about it. Shit.